What is up, guys? Randomonium here. Riot has finally announced how they've been doing Fantasy LCS in 2017, and the TLDR is that they're not changing anything. Like, it's literally the exact same system as it was in 2016. And of course, this is not good. This is not good at all because of all of the changes to the EU LCS. You can't have the Season 6 system in Season 7 because you've completely changed how the EU LCS works. So basically what Riot says is that if you have a player that is on an EU team and that EU team only plays one match in that week, then you're just kind of out of luck. And that sucks. That seems like a system that really sucks in my opinion, because each of these EU teams, there's only going to be 2 EU teams a week roughly that will play 2 matches. So it means that the other 10 EU teams are just kind of worthless that week compared to the NA teams. And that sucks. That system really sucks. I mean, I was hoping that they were going to come up with a system that kind of made NA players and EU players equally valuable. But this system, NA players are way more valuable than EU players. And Riot is trying to spin this as, it's going to create more strategy because you're going to have to use your bench more effectively, and you're going to have to, use free agents more effectively. And it's just BS. It's complete BS. Like, this is just spin. Really, what this is laziness. Riot just didn't want to devote the manpower or the resources to actually create a decent system, and they decided just kind of, spin the system and try and make it sound good when it really isn't. And that's really what I said. I wrote a post down here. I said, this reeks of laziness and procrastination, like a student who splashes some paint on a canvas at the last minute and then tries to pass it off to his art teacher as modern art. You guys delay Fantasy LCS until the last possible moment and then come out and say we aren't changing anything. You've effectively made EU players much less valuable than NA players, and you call it strategy. What you should have done is gone to an average point scoring system. That would have been real strategy. And that's really how I believe. They should have gone to an average point scoring system. That would have made NA players and EU players have equal value. In this current form, EU players are just not as good as NA players. So I am already working on another video to kind of help you guys with this new system and give you guys some inside strategy on when you should pick EU players, what teams you should prioritize in certain weeks. It definitely changes the draft a lot. I've definitely prioritized the NA players in your draft over the EU players. But there are a couple EU players that you can pick up in the draft phase because they have, weeks at the beginning of the season where they have 2 games per week. But yeah, I'll get into more of that in another video. I really have to think about this system and try and give you guys the best information I can rather than rush something out. But let's move on to a better topic, which is the Fantasy LCS leagues that I'm creating. So while I'm really unhappy about the changes or lack thereof to the Fantasy LCS system, I'm really excited that I'm going to create these fantasy leagues, and hopefully you guys will join them. I really would love to play with you guys, even though I give you all of my strategy and you guys are probably going to kick my ass. I am really excited to do some more stuff with you guys and try and connect with you guys more, and I'm really excited about that. Hopefully we can get a lot of fantasy leagues started up. I've created 12 fantasy leagues, so 12 fantasy leagues total. They all have a different color associated with them. They're all titled Random Nation because I'm hoping to create a community of people from my channel. And you guys can sign up for as many or as few of these fantasy leagues as you want. I will be participating in all of them. And all I ask is that you guys try to prioritize the leagues at the top first. So try and fill up Random Nation Blue, and then try to fill up Random Nation Red, etc., etc., etc. And the reason why I want to do this is because if I have only 1 or 2 people in every single league, then I'm going to have to go in the forums and fill up the league with just random people off the forums. I would prefer to minimize how much I have to do that. I would prefer to have, only 3 or 4 leagues with, subscribers, as opposed to 12 leagues with only 1 or 2 subscribers in each league. So, sign up for as many leagues as you want, and we'll try to figure out what day we're going to do the draft. I'm trying to schedule it for 9 p.m. Eastern. I would like to do it on Monday, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be available yet. Worst case scenario, we're going to do it on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And depending on how many leagues we have, we might also have to push some of those leagues to 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. And I might need to stagger the league, so I might have to have one that starts at like 8:45, one that starts at 9, one that starts at 9:15, because I can't manage 5 drafts simultaneously. So once I figure out how many leagues of people we have, I'll put out the times for you guys and let you know when we're going to actually have the draft phase. Additionally, I am considering creating a Discord channel for Fantasy LCS for you guys. If you're interested in that, please leave a comment, and if I get enough interest in that, I'll start doing some research on how to, properly set up Discord channel, because it's something I've never done before. But I'd love to actually start building a community of people who have the same interests as I do, and who enjoy watching my videos, so I can kind of keep in touch with you guys, because I'm not very big onto Twitter or Facebook or any of that stuff. That stuff seems really dispersonal to me. Like I don't really like social media that much, but I do like Discord channels and things like that, or commenting and replying to your guys' YouTube comments. So maybe we can do it that way instead. Additionally, these leagues, they're all going to be 6-man leagues. They're not going to be 4-man leagues, and they're not going to be 8-man leagues. And the reason for that is because of how the system works. I usually do 8-man leagues because that creates more variety, because you got 8 people instead of 6. However, with the system the way it is, where it is favoring a lot of trading and a lot of free agents and bench, substituting bench players in, I feel like 6-player leagues are going to be more fun, and they're going to be more strategic because you're going to have more free agents. I feel like if you only had 4 players, then you wouldn't really need to tap into that free agent pool as much. But 6 players, you will. You will have to be swapping out players week to week. I think you'll get a lot of variety. It'll be a lot more strategy. So I'm hoping that'll be a happy medium. So that's why all of these leagues are going to be 6 players, vice 8 or vice 4. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of all this in the comments below, if you agree or disagree with my assessment of the Fantasy LCS system. And just let me know if there's a different time you guys have to do. If you can't do 9 p.m. Eastern, let me know now, because I don't want you guys to get into a situation where you get auto-filled in your draft phase, because that really sucks. It definitely puts a damper on the Fantasy LCS season if you don't actually get to pick your team. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. This is a great community. I'm trying to build it up. I'm trying to get as many people as I can. Get as many people who all enjoy Fantasy LCS and enjoy watching pro competitive esports. So yeah, definitely join if you're interested in those types of things. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. This is Randomonium signing off.